Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another news report episode for FPS Souls-like RPG and MMOs that I dug through latest trailers and official announcements. So let's just get into the release dates, gameplay systems, and the stuff actually worth getting hyped about. First up is for horror fans out there, we have the new Halloween game. It's officially locked in for September 8th. 2026 on the PS5. Assuming I'm going to probably do this Ilphonic, but it's calling its first major Halloween video game. The pitch is strong and immersive horror sandbox with both standalone single player and a asymmetrical multiplayer. You can step into Michael Myers and stalk Haddonfield. I always wonder how they say it. Haddonfield. I'm gonna go with that one. Like it's your own personal slasher playground, or flip sides and play as a resident trying to survive the night and protect each other before it's over and before Michael Myers gets you. It's gonna be an interesting concept. I kind of like it. It kind of reminds me of Death by Daylight. I've only played a little bit of that, and excuse me, sounds like the Jason game. Seen that, never played that one yet either. Next up is Clive Baker's Hellraiser Revival is still on track for 2026, hitting the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and the PC. The latest trailer puts the spotlight on the Genesis configuration, the puzzle box, and not just there for story flavor. It's a functional tool solving puzzles, opening paths through the labyrinth, and empowering combat abilities like telekinesis, pyrokinesis, and hell chains. This is a single-player survival horror action, and Doug Bradley is back voicing Pinhead, which is huge for longtime fans of the series. Love those movies. Also love Halloween movies as well. Two big horror film games coming out this year. Looking forward to it, for sure. Moving to FPS, one of the interesting upcoming titles is the Defiant, a World War II story-driven shooter from Definity and who thinks? Instead of replaying the same Western front lines we've seen hundreds of times, this is set during the China's war of the resistance against Japan in the Asian theater of World War II. So this is going to be China versus Japan part of World War II, and it's going to be a nice take. A different historian out there like me. I love history. It's generally underused setting for military shooters, and it is. Usually we get the main World War II, America, Germany, all that good stuff. See what it's set at when they do World War II games, but it's going to be a nice little take on a different story of it for military shooters. So this is worth keeping an eye out for anybody tired of the usual backdrop, which is, like I said, America versus Germany type game when they use it too. Also on the radar of FPS games is called Den of Wolves from 10 Chambers, the studio with GTFO and Payday DNA running through it. This is a co-op heist-focused FPS heading to PC early access. I'm different. That I love. Played a little bit of Payday 2, not much. Did not play Payday 3 because of all the troubles it had at launch. So never bought that one. Hopefully this game is going to be better than Payday 3 for sure, and it's still on track for 2026 window. The newest gameplay trailer leaned into the squad-based tactical setup. So if you want planning, pressure, chaos with the crew, this looks like your game. Now moving to Souls-like category for Souls-like fans, keep your eyes out on Valor Mortis, one more level. The studio behind Ghost Runner, that was amazing. Showed new gameplay for Triple I Initiative Showcase, and it's now targeting the fall of 2026 for the PS5, the Xbox Series X and S, and PC. The twist here is big. It's a first-person Souls-like set in supernatural 19th century Europe. Play as William, a resurrected soldier from Napoleon's army, fighting through plague-ravaged battlefields, cities, and mountains. That's awesome. I love medieval games. The trailer shows fast melee combat, parries, dodges while running, a grapple hook, and a rapier built around position timing. Basically, Souls-like structure fused with Ghost Runner style movement. That combination alone could make this one stand out from the pack. That game is going to be interesting. Definitely will be playing that one for that category. On to role-playing games or RPGs. We have the Blood of Dawnwalker now has a locked release date of September 3rd. That's going to be it's going to be coming fast. I mean, it's already middle of the year. We're already close ending 2026. Just saying. Rebel Wolves and Bandai Namco showed more of the Vampire Road RPG in a recent Road to Launch stream, highlighting the hybrid human Dawnwalker combat systems, upgraded visuals, and open world where your choices actually ripple throughout the story. It's darker fantasy in the studio and serious pedigree veterans from The Witcher and Cyberpunk 2077. Real thing to watch is whether the consequences systems hold up. I always love games that have consequences systems, man. It just makes the story more driven and more chaotic. It makes you want to also replay the game too, as far as the story goes. If I choose this that time, let me choose this to see what's happening. Love games like that. And it's going to reshape the world with those choices. This could be one of the biggest role-playing games conversations of this fall. Also worth tracking, Sea of Remnants from NetEase and Joker Studio is an ocean fantasy role-playing game planned on the PS5 and PlayStation sometime in 2026. This new trailer showed sea exploration, monster battles, minigames in the pirate city of Ortopia. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. You play as a memory-lost puppet folk sailor, build and customize your own fleet, recruit over 300 companions, that's a lot, and shape the fate of Ortopia, your decisions. That's going to be interesting because, like, Sea of Remnants, I wonder if it's like their take on that portion, Remnants of Ash. I don't know. That's going to be an interesting game, a role-playing game. Definitely worth checking out, especially how big it is. 300 companions. You can get 300 of your ship. That's a lot of you can recruit. I wonder if it's going to have multiplayer. We'll find out, hopefully. In later news, MMOs. We got Final Fantasy XIV. Evercold is the big one on the horizon. Square Enix confirmed Evercold, the 6th expansion to Final Fantasy XIV. Play a little bit of that. Just tired of paying for monthly subscriptions. It kicks off the Godless Realms saga and sends players to the 4th. This feature is a massive two new jobs, a level cap increase from 100 to 110, new cities, new areas, new dungeons, new trials, new raids, and a new ultimate raid, PvP updates, and a full battle system overhaul. They're introducing Reborn and Evolve combat modes, with Evolve leaning harder on individual job identity, and this one's wild. There's an Evangeline crossover alliance raid called Ghost of Desire, which is absolutely going to dominate timelines when it drops. Also worth watching in the MMO section is ArcheAge Chronicles. PlayStation's reveal describes it has an online action role-playing game with large-scale raids, co-op gameplay, exploration, life skills, housing, farming, crafting, trading, and new open world centered around Aurora or Warrior. Current reporting points is Q4 2026, so it's like November, December, and October, November, December. But that's the coming from financial coverage rather than a fresh trailer. So treat that date as a watch the space rather than a locked in stone. So here's a quick recap. Halloween launches September 8th. Hellraiser Revival is turning into a puzzle box into a full combat system. The Defiant is bringing FPS players to an underused World War II front. Valor Mortis is fusing first-person Souls-like combat with Ghost Runner movement. This fall, the Blood of Dawnwalker is locked in for September 3rd. Sea of Remnants is shaping up to be a pirate open world role-playing game. Final Fantasy XIV Evercold is gearing up to be massive. January 27th or 2027 expansion. That's a watch list for horror FPS Souls-like games, role-playing, and MMOs right now. Let me know down in the comments which one you want a full deep dive in. I can do some research and get on that because there's more than enough here to break down. So catch you guys in the next one. Welcome to Valhalla. Peace.